Year 6. So as we come to the end of our origami project and the end of your year, I thought it would be nice just to finish off with doing, not say doing animals, but doing an origami shape. Now I've seen these made before and I think they're quite lovely. They are 3D stars. So I thought we could finish off with this. And I'm aware that for some of you only get one lesson, so only half an hour to make. So I'm just going to focus on this. If you get a double lesson, just due to how the timetables changed this week, then obviously you do make quite a few. They look lovely as a collection of stars, and they can be given as gifts or used as like a collection in a jar. So I'm just going to show you this one technique today. I'm also going to link you back to all the videos from previous weeks, just so you can, if you'd like to, have another go at something that you maybe felt like you missed out on, or something that you wanted to have another go at. So this week is about, you can try the star, you can try something that you've kind of missed out on and you want to have a go at, just to conclude this project and basically just to finish off with a bit of fun making. So your first task for this is to cut out a very long thin strip of paper. It needs to be 2 centimetres wide and 29 centimetres long. So I've drawn that out using a ruler, and I'm just going to cut this out now so I can use it to make. So when you have your long strip of paper, this starting off bit is quite, it's a little bit fiddly, but this is what gives you the main structure because it's going to be 3D. So you've got your long strip here. As it says in the video, make sure you have your colour side up. What you're going to do is you're going to twist it so it goes under like a V. Then you're going to bring it back on top. So it looks a bit like a very uneven ribbon. If you've ever seen the ribbons that they wear for many charities, this is how it's overlapped. So it starts off like that, and then I'll show you in a moment how to tuck it in. If you can see, a 5-point figure. Now it's quite loose, so what you can do is this longer end, if you just pull it down, you can make your star a little bit tighter, and that starts off with the structure of the 5 points of the star. Tail, that's the tail there, sticking out a bit, so you can either turn it over and fold it in, or do it by eye. We're just going to tie that in so it neatens it off, and basically it gives it a bit of tension so it won't pull and unravel, and then we're going to start to make. This is when we're going to start to wrap, because this is how, what happens is you wrap it into many layers and then you squeeze it to make it into a star. So I've got this bit here, so one-handed, I do my best. I'm going to first of all go across the bottom, trying to line up the papers as best I can, tucking in that end. I'm going to wrap it up and across, and then round, and then keep going. I'm going to go and fold it. You can even turn it over if you want to. I don't want to confuse too many people. We're going to fold it down. So it kind of goes, but make sure, sorry, that when you're doing it, that you keep the edges the same. So you see that had gone out of alignment like that. We need to keep all of the paper in line with each other, as we know with origami, to get a good finish. So I've gone behind, I've wrapped across over the front, I've gone behind again. I'm now going to wrap over the other angle of the other side. Just folded that one across, like I said, and I'm going to bring this one behind again and continue. Gone up, and I folded it behind, trying to follow the lines of my star, and then I'm going to finish off with a fold across the front. You can see this last bit here. We can't have it loose because we're going to put pressure on it. It needs to be tucked in so it's nice and neat. So So we're just going to fold this piece here and we're going to tuck it underneath that wrapped bit of paper there. Just folded it and then just tucked it in half, just to keep it nice and neat. Final stage is we now have to put pressure on the edges to make this become 3D. So you can use your nail to push in, but you have to push it. So you see how that's bending? We don't really want that. We want it to pop up. So I need 2 hands for this. Please use the video that I've linked you to because she's very good, the lady who's doing this. So what you could do is you could put a pressure down this way here to help it go 3D. But can you see it? Mine's just starting to go 3D there. If I'm pushing on the side there and it's dipping in that point. So I need to do that on every side. So I'm going to need 2 hands. But you're trying to make it pop up basically and not change its shape because we've nearly got a star. It's just not 3D. I think I have wrapped mine too loose and my star is just got too many air pockets. Can you see? It's got too many air pockets. So openly admit, not my best one. I'm just going to recut some paper and have another go, learning through my mistake of how to fold it better. Add another go. I feel like this is a little bit more secure. It's a little bit more tucked in, and actually it's stretched a bit further because I managed to tuck it in at the back. So when you're doing yours, it's okay where it doesn't matter. It's not a problem where you tuck it in, but you make sure it's got good folds and it's well tucked in. Because as I've learnt, it doesn't work otherwise. It's just too loose. So I'm now going to have another go. I'm putting pressure on the sides using my fingernail to help it pop up. And already, I just feel like it's got more stability. So fingers crossed it's going to work this time. Okay, my second one was better. I still feel like, though, I've wrapped it too loose. So when you're making your stars, make sure that if you... Actually, let me show the difference between the two, look. I would say that's progression. So if you are a bit like me and the first one is too loose and the second one is better, I think my third one, I'm going to have one more because I don't take too long. I think my third one will be even better because every time I do it, I understand the method. So this time I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make the wrapping even tighter. I think it is a trick of having no air between the layers makes the star better. And I hope you can do the same. And if you do it first time round, very well done, because you are much better than me. 3. My first one, not great. Second one and third one, quite similar. But I think it's just a kind of thing of practice and wrapping them nice and tightly. So enjoy. You might make many. Like I said, you can use them as a collection. You can give them as gifts. But they're quite sweet once you've got the trick of the folding and the wrapping. As always, please upload a photo to Teams or how well you have done. And please, I've heard about some lovely origami work that I'm just not seeing. So please just check, have you photographed everything you've done? Have you shown me? Because I would love to see it. It's such a shame when you're being creative that I don't get to see it as your teacher, because that's the joy of it, is what you've created. So please, please, please upload this to Teams and please upload any unfinished work to Teams so I can see everything you have made. Thank you very much.